Henry VIII had a thirst for glory and prestige. After his modest victories in France in 1513, Henry didn't think that England could compete with the superpowers of Spain and France, and now sought glory by becoming the peacemaker of Europe. In 1515, Thomas Wolsey was appointed Lord Chancellor, and just like Henry, loved publicity and diplomatic praise. Wolsey wanted to impress France and Spain, and did just this with famous diplomatic events such as the Treaty of London and the Field of the Cloth of Gold. In October 1518, 20 of the most powerful countries in Europe met in London to agree to a lasting peace in the continent. This had occurred as Pope Leo X, very concerned by the Ottoman Empire's advance into Central Europe, wanted unification and peace between all Christian nations. Wolsey's main event was the Field of the Cloth of Gold, which was to occur from the 7th to the 20th of June 1520 in the valley of Guinness and Ardèche. This was organized as the kings wanted to meet and spend time together to show their devotion to this new alliance. When Henry arrived, he was met with tents made from the finest fabrics that had been raised by the French. At the center stood a 36-meter tall tent, waved with gold, that sadly had to be taken down due to strong winds. Exotic animals and other luxurious items were on display, as this event was not only about peace, but also a competition to see which one of the young kings had more riches and therefore more power. The English built a temporary palace constructed with timber that was painted to look like bricks. So much stained glass was used that the French named it the Crystal Palace. Henry also ordered the English to build an extravagant fountain of wine, as alcohol was a must at the event. Henry also brought with him an absurd amount of meat, fish, and even a dolphin to feast. The event gathered a total of 12,000 attendees. The overall objective of both parties was to compete with each other in different activities such as jousting, archery, and wrestling. This was done to demonstrate the strength of their alliance. However, Wolsey organized it so that both kings did not compete with each other, as he believed that all the progress of peace could be destroyed due to their big egos. This did not work, as Henry, full of pride, decided to challenge Francis to a wrestling match.
Fight!
Both kings, probably drunk, wrestled. And to Henry's surprise, he lost. Later in the party, he gained back his respect by winning an archery competition, as Francis couldn't even hold up his longbow. As the event came to an end, a dragon came out of nowhere, flying over the people and terrorizing everyone. This dragon was a kite made by the English. Some sources believed that fireworks were included, which made it hiss and blaze. After the magnificent event, a new friendship between the French and the English started, and peace was finally achieved in Europe. For a couple of months, as in 1521, France and England were back at war due to Charles V attacking French territory and Henry backing him up. Even though it amounted to nothing, the Field of the Cloth of Gold will always be remembered as a brief but beautiful period of peace between two bitter historical rivals. Thank you for watching, and please consider liking, subscribing, or watching more videos. Also, what do you think of the intro? Is it too long? Too short? A little bit too chaotic? Please let me know in the comments.